Today we will be unboxing January's Abominable Book Club box, which, in case you're new here, is a horror book subscription box in which every month you get a newly released horror book, a horror novella, short story collection, or horror magazine, and a mystery secondhand horror book. And if you get the full guts version of the book, as I do, you also get some snacks, drinks, bookmarks, and other fun things, but you can also get the bare bones option in which you only get the books. This is Michelle's Melancholia, where we read books to fear and shed a tear, and let's get unboxing. Okay, so I've opened the box and let's see what's inside. The first book I see, I've heard so much about, and it is Reluctant Immortals by Gwendolyn Kist. This one came out in November of 2022, and if you're not familiar with this book, I really need to read the description in the back because it sounds so fun. So it says, Los Angeles, 1967. Lucy Westenra and Bertha Mason, the forgotten women in Dracula and Jane Eyre, have been existing as undead immortals for centuries, unable to die and still tormented by the monsters that made them. Lucy has long fought against Dracula's intoxicating thrall, refusing his charismatic darkness and her ensuing appetite for blood. Bertha Mason, the mad woman in the attic, is still pursued from afar by Mr. Rochester, who wants to add her to his collection of devoted female followers. To finally write their own futures, Lucy and Bertha must boldly reclaim their stories from the men who tried to erase them in this harrowing gothic tale of love, betrayal, and coercion. I'm actually kind of nervous to read this because it has so much potential. I'm a bit scared that it's going to be bad and I'm going to be really disappointed. So I'll try my best to not have too high expectations. Also, I love this cover with clearly like the 60s style sunglasses and flower crown, but with a vampiric touch with the blood dripping down the side of the mouth. If you've read this, please let me know in the comments if it's good or if I should manage my expectations. Then we have another book which has also been in my wish list forever. That is Reprieve by James Han Matson, and this is about a group of people that are going to like a super immersive escape room, which I guess is in a house, and obviously things get dangerous and deadly. And the reason I haven't bought this myself is that it has kind of mixed reviews. I've seen some people that were very disappointed with it, but I think, again, it had to do a little bit with expectations. I'm pretty sure this was marketed as full-on horror and it's not so much so. I'm not sure if it's more thriller or just like literary fiction, not sure at all, but I don't like knowing too much about the books before reading them, so I'm happy to just go in blind and report back. If I was being very picky, this is from 2021, so it's not really a recent release and many people may have it already, so I do wonder why they chose to include it in the box, but I mean, I don't have it, so I'm okay with it. As I mentioned, we get a little snack or treat. This month we have a handmade honey nougat with almonds. I don't think I've ever had nougat. I don't know if I like nougat. It's very hard. Is that normal? I'll try it later, I guess. Oh wait, there's two nougats. We also have a cranberry and almond one. So I really hope I like nougat because there's two of them. The drinks come in a little bag. And as usual, we have tea, coffee, and a hot chocolate. And we usually get two bookmarks. One is branded with the Abominable logo on one side and a microfiction in the back, and the other one is an original design. This month we have a The Shining inspired one. So on one side we have Jack Torrance and on the other side it says, "I'm just gonna bash your brains in." So this one's pretty cool. I like it. Yes, we have a sticker again. I love stickers so much. And this one is really cute. It says, "Read scarier stories." And I agree, always try to read scarier and scarier stories. And finally, we have this enamel pin. I literally just spent like 5 minutes looking at it, trying to figure out what it was. It's not very clear up front, so let me try to show you really well so you can see. So I guess it's a xenomorph banana. Am I right or am I just hallucinating? Because I'm not actually sure I know what I'm looking at. This one's definitely on the more interesting side. Anyways, the last thing in the box is the mystery secondhand book, which everybody agrees is always the most exciting part of the box. Sometimes we get really cool stuff, sometimes we get flops, but that's part of the fun. So let's open this one up. Maybe you should see it before I do. Sorry, I did such a bad job at that. This is what I got. It is Icebound by Dean Koontz. I've only read one Dean Koontz book in my life and I hated it, but I'm willing to try again. And the description of this one doesn't sound too bad. It is about a widespread drought that is causing a famine. So scientists come up with a solution to move like giant pieces of ice from the Arctic to other places in the world, I guess, to melt them for water. So the 8 scientists that go on this mission basically get stranded in an iceberg. And not only that, but the bombs that they were going to use to break the ice apart, I guess, are going to explode at any moment. But not only that, as they are struggling for survival, they are further plagued by the discovery that one of them is a ruthless killer hellbent on a strange mission of his own. Okay, actually I take it back, it does sound bad. I think I just said it sounded good because I just read scientists and I was like, yeah, I love books about scientific endeavors that go wrong. But honestly, this just sounds like a lot. If anyone has read this before, let me know if it's worth it. Otherwise, it's definitely not going to go in my priority pile, but at least it can look nice in my collection of unread Dean Koontz books, which is not that big. I think I only have like 4 or 5. Anyways, that is all. Thank you so much for unboxing my Abominable Book Club box with me today. Let me know if you liked any of the books or the other stuff that was in the box, and I will see you on my next video. Goodbye!